We're gonna stretch. Good morning. I woke up feeling a little sad and a little anxious today, which is okay. Normal part of the human experience. And I love to use stretching for my mindfulness practice because it's so important to be able to observe our thoughts and our feelings from a neutral space and just allow them to be. And stretching is kind of where I allow that for myself. It's the safe space I've created. So if you'd like to join me today, maybe you're feeling a little sad, a little anxious, maybe you're having a great morning. It's still important to practice mindfulness. We're going to start with our palms up and pull back, opening our chest. We're just going to breathe. Just going to start with some deep breaths. Roll our head side to side. Just continuing to breathe. I love the sunshine on my face. We're going to bring our right foot over the left and lean to the left. Just moving into our body, noticing where we may feel tight or stiff, observing our thoughts as they come up, just moving into a non-judgmental space for ourselves, not judging any ache or pain, not judging any thought or emotion, just being neutral and allowing our bodies and our mind to just exist. Now we can reach to the left side of our feet. We're trying to keep our hips squared. So whenever you go to reach, you shouldn't move like this. Keep your hips facing forward and just reach to the side. And breathe. Just keep coming back to your breath. Observing any sensations that may be happening through your body, where you may feel tight. Maybe you feel the wind. Maybe you're outside like me and you feel the wind touching your skin. And we'll come up. And we'll uncross. Now we're going to bring the left leg over the right leg and lean to the right. I believe it's so important to allow ourselves the small pleasures of life that happen throughout our day, like whenever we feel the sun on our skin, or whenever we feel the wind on our skin, or just so many little things that we don't even really pay attention to throughout our day, unless we're like really trying to bring them into our life. And I think that whenever we want more joy and we want more pleasure and we want more fulfillment in our lives, it's important to start with the small things. it's important to start with enjoying the sun touching our skin, enjoying a nice warm cozy blanket, enjoying the sensation of even washing our hands, feeling the warm water on our hands, taking a shower, scrubbing our scalp, like giving ourselves full permission to enjoy all of these little things throughout the day. Because if we're just going throughout our entire day mindless, just like letting our thoughts drive our actions and kind of just being outside of our body, you're going to get to the end of the day and not feel as fulfilled as you would if you popped into your body. And it may feel uncomfortable in moments, but it's also beautiful in some moments when you get to experience those little sensations and the little pleasures. And then once you start allowing and receiving more pleasure throughout your day, the little pleasures turn into bigger pleasures. The smaller blessings turn into the larger blessings. You just have to open the door of receiving these things. And then we'll reach to the right side of our body. Same thing, keeping our hips squared. Even the pleasure of taking like deep breaths, like taking deep, full, rich breaths is a blessing. It feels so good to breathe deep. And we all have access to breathing deeply. And we all have access to feeling the sun on our skin. And we all have access to letting the wind blow through our bodies. Okay, let's come down to a seated position. We're going to straighten out our right leg and bend our left leg. And then I want you to take your right hand and place it on top of your left knee. Don't grab onto it and pull on it. You're just going to gently rest it on your left knee. Take your left hand up by your ear and lean over to your right foot. Relaxing your right hand. Don't pull, relax. Keep your chest open, even if you just start like this, and all you can do right now is twist open. It's more important to twist open than to reach like this. So just sit here and twist open if that's all you can do. Or if you like, you can add a lean to it. And breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It's so beautiful out right now. Like all of my leaves are coming back. I don't know, something's different about the leaves this year as they come back. They're like glowing. They're like this beautiful, glowing green. It's incredible. So vibrant. And just breathe. Spring is my favorite time of year. It's my birthday in the spring, but that's not it's not the only reason. I'm just kidding. I do like my birthday though, but it's not the only reason I like the spring. I just love watching everything come back to life. Maybe coming back to life in new, different ways, like the leaves being a little bit more vibrant, at least to my perception. every spring, just like everything else, we all come back to life. And if you did the winter right and you let yourself maybe break down and go into your shadow and do that deep, grueling inner work, or maybe you just read a lot of books and got a lot of work done on the computer, like, you're still growing. And every spring we should come back to life in new, different ways, better ways than the spring before. Every winter there is a lesson to be learned, and if you don't learn it this winter, it's just going to come back next winter. You know what I'm saying? That's why everyone has this seasonal depression. And let's come up, and we're going to reach to the outside of our right foot. Because in the wintertime, I feel like we all get faced with our like limiting beliefs and our fears, fear of being, whatever your fears are, we all get faced with them in the winter because there's not really much else to do in the winter besides sit at home with ourselves. And so if you do winter the right way and you just go deep into your shadow and you let it maybe break you, you're gonna come out of it in the spring and you're gonna be born new. You're gonna come out new and better than the year before. And every year after that, new and better than the year before, because you're allowing yourself to fully just break in the winter, going into your shadow, sitting with yourself, sitting with your fears, sitting with your thoughts. But from a place of neutrality, from a space of observing and knowing that it doesn't define you. These are just things that are within you that want to be held and seen and loved, but it doesn't make you wrong or bad. It doesn't make you depressed. It doesn't make you sad. It's just that there is depression and there is sadness inside of you coming through to be nurtured, and it's alerting you of something that's inside of you that needs to be seen, held, nurtured. Create a space, safe space around for it to come up and leave. It's coming up because it's leaving. It's not coming up to stay. It's coming up to say goodbye, essentially. But it can't say bye to you if you don't say bye to it. And so then it'll just stay until the next time. It's like, okay, can I say bye now? And you're just like, yeah, get back in there. I don't want to see you. It's gonna stay with you until you're brave enough to look at it in the face and say goodbye. This is like stretching into your lower back, side body a little bit, but my lower back hurts so bad. This feels so good. And we'll come up and switch sides. And same thing, let's bring our left hand to our right knee, just relax it. Right hand to our ear and knee. Keeping our chest open, so if that means that all you do right now is just twist, beautiful. If you can lean into the twist, fabulous. Just don't go like this. Keep your chest open. And breathe. Sink into your body, breathe. Find that neutral space. You may be feeling sad, you may be feeling anxious, you may be feeling joyful. Are you able to sit with these things in a neutral space? Shift your mind from being terrorized by this feeling of sadness or anger or fear. You're being terrorized by this emotion. Can you try and shift yourself to a neutral space from being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm feeling this, to being like, oh, I'm experiencing sadness. I'm not saying turn your emotions off. I'm not saying don't feel them. You're still going to feel them, but can you experience them and feel them from a state of neutrality, from a from a place of feeling safe in them. You know that you're safe to feel them. So you're allowing yourself to experience them without sinking so deep into them that you'll never find your way out. Feeling like, oh my God, I'm feeling really sad right now. This is so intense. So intense. And then maybe in 20 minutes, oh, the sadness is gone. Now I'm feeling joy or whatever. Just in that observer state so that you can flow with what's coming and you don't latch onto it. And so then for the rest of your day, you're like, no, I'm sad today, I'm sad today, I'm sad today. And you're anchoring that sadness into your reality by claiming that it's you. That's not necessary. You don't need to anchor it and claim the sadness. You just need to observe and be real. Like, yes, I'm feeling sadness. I'm experiencing sadness. And maybe in 20 minutes from now, you're experiencing happiness or joy. I'm experiencing joy. You're not trying to anchor or nail anything down into your reality. You're just observing it and being with it from a neutral space. Okay, let's reach to the outside of our foot and breathe. There's a difference between being realistic and observing and trying to like disillusion yourself and like pretend like in the new, I know there's like this new thought way of thinking where if you're feeling sad, just tell yourself you're happy until you're happy. That you're just lying. Like you're literally just lying to yourself, and that doesn't really make sense to me to lie to yourself. And it means that you're afraid of feeling sad, and if you're afraid of feeling sad, the sadness can consume you and the sadness can control you. So you never want to try and like lie to yourself that you're feeling something, because then it's just showing that you're scared of that thing. And fear is what's going to control you. So if you're just able to be real, be like, yeah, I'm feeling sad. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to anchor it into your reality, but you can say like, yes, I'm feeling sadness right now. Don't lie to yourself. And eventually it's just going to flow through you, because the sadness wants to be seen. Just like you. You want to feel seen. You want to feel heard. You want to feel validated. You want to feel loved. The sadness wants to feel seen. The sadness may want to feel heard and validated and maybe loved. Did you ever think maybe your sadness wants to feel loved? It wants to feel like you see it? That you're not just like, oh, I don't like you. I don't like you and I'm not going to look at you. How would that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, think of it that way. Like, the sadness just wants to feel seen and validated and loved so that it can move on. And I'm not saying that it's easy to do these things, but it is simple. It's like a real simple thing, but it's not easy. You know what I mean? It takes practice, and that's why we practice mindfulness and moving into our body and getting in tune with our body and what our body is trying to tell us and what our thoughts are trying to tell us. That's all it really is mindfulness. Not trying to get anywhere or go anywhere or be anywhere else except for where we are right now. And if this is what we are feeling right now, be with it. Don't try and ignore it. Don't try and run from it. Don't let it control you. Just be with it. You know, simply just being with it and giving it that sense of like, I see you and I am capable of creating space for you to exist. That's all we have to do, you know, and I understand that it's more challenging than it sounds. I know. I get it, trust me. That's why I said it's easy. Or it's simple. but it's not easy. And we can just hug our knees to our chest. We just did a quick little stretch to stretch out our side body, lower back, hamstrings. Well, I hope you're a little bit more mindful today than you were yesterday. And if you're not, that's okay too. Every day we're practicing. Can you wake up tomorrow, or can you wake up today? Can you wake up every day and say, oh, I'm ready to try again? Yesterday may have really been a shit show, but today is new and I'm ready to try again. I got this. Just gotta wake up and be willing to try again every single day. I love you. Thank you for stretching with me. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you being here and stretching with me, and yeah, it's a beautiful day.